What are you shooting?
What's up?
Is that a Hasselblad?
Yeah. Yeah, Hasselblad, Portra 800. We'll see how it goes.
Shooting concerts is one of my favorite experiences in photography. There's nothing like capturing the energy and emotions of your favorite artists in the midst of a sea of chaos and people. So when I was offered a photo pass to shoot one of my favorite bands, Protest the Hero, I knew this would be a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. I grabbed my Hasselblad, bought new film, borrowed some new gear, stayed up for 23 hours. And how did it turn out?
Like absolute dog.
And here's probably why. In this video, I'll be going over my experience with shooting film in concerts and hope to provide some insights into what you can expect and prepare for when doing so. But to start at the beginning, Protest the Hero is one of my favorite bands since I was first introduced to them through my older cousin Ronnie back in middle school. Called them metal, prog, math rock, I'm really not even sure. But what I do know is that I love their music. I have their vinyls, I try to learn their songs with limited success. They were the first band I ever saw using the money I made working at an ice cream store in San Francisco during high school. And since then, I've tried to see them every chance I get. So when I learned they were going to be playing in Seattle, only a 3-hour drive from Portland, I knew I was going. Bringing a camera into a music venue can be tough. Most venues' websites state that professional cameras or cameras with detachable lenses are not permitted. While I've been extremely lucky to get my Canon A1 through security almost every time, it does take a little bit of convincing and some theatrics to get by. When they ask, "Does your lens detach?" I say, "I just got this camera from my uncle, so I'm not really sure. It's just an old film camera." And they'll usually pause for a second and then let me through. I find a smile and politeness can go a long way. That being said, if you're seeing an extremely popular artist like Beyonce or Taylor Swift, who are most likely performing at a stadium and not your local smaller music hall, they'll most likely at best have you put your camera in a locker you have to pay for, or worse, go back to your car and leave it there. For this concert, I wanted to bring my Hasselblad, which I immediately knew the playing dumb and my uncle gave it to me routine would be under more scrutiny. So there were 3 options. 1, contact the venue and see if they had a camera policy, which I received a generic message saying that it'll be determined by the band the day of the concert, which did not help. 2, contact the artist, which understandably I got no response. And 3, find out who the touring photographer is for the band and ask what the camera policy will be, which brought me in contact with an amazing photographer and individual, Connor, who you should definitely check out and follow. I sent the DM asking if they knew what the camera policy would be and explained that I was a huge fan who just wanted to shoot some film. And to my surprise, Connor replied and offered to give me a photo pass for the night. And with that, I was ready to go. When shooting a concert, there are 2 main things I'd recommend keeping in mind, with one being location and the other lighting. Location refers to the position you as a photographer should be in relation to the subjects you want to capture. Doing some internet sleuthing, I deduced that the 2 main subjects I wanted to capture, the singer Rhodey and the guitarist Tim, stand in the center and to the right, respectively, when looking at the stage. So I positioned myself off-center to the right of the stage, far enough where I wasn't in the mosh pit, but close enough to be able to shoot both of them interchangeably. What I had not anticipated was Tim's keyboard being placed right in front of me, completely obstructing my once clear view of Tim and Rhodey, which resulted in me having to blindly raise my Hasselblad and hope I pre-focus correctly while also having my hand steady enough. Now, lighting is arguably the most important out of the 2. Because film is completely light dependent and concert venues typically have strobe lights or lights choreographed to the music, I had to predict and time my shots for when I thought the lighting was good enough to even take a shot. And this venue was not known for its lighting, which resulted in some extremely underexposed shots. On top of that, it became immediately apparent that using a waist level viewfinder as an individual dependent on glasses in a low light environment with your subjects moving and people pushing you was going to be a challenge to say the least. But nevertheless, I pushed through. The day of the concert, I woke up at 5 a.m. in order to arrive first at Cannon Beach at 8 a.m. to meet an amazing, talented film homie with the most European gangster of names, Robert Von Thaden, who also has a YouTube channel, which I recommend you check out. From there, I immediately drove towards Seattle and waited in my car till about 5:30 before lining up and entering the chaos that was about to ensue.
What are you shooting?
What's up?
Is that a Hasselblad?
Yeah. Yeah, Hasselblad, Portra 800. We'll see how it goes.
And this is where my GoPro died. In the end, I had finished 5 rolls plus 1 roll of black and white, had the opportunity to meet Rhodey and Tim, who signed my vinyl, drove back home arriving at 3:30 in the morning, and concluded a roughly 23-hour day. When I look back at these photos, I know they just aren't very good. The composition is off, most of them are out of focus, and I think a majority of the issues are just inherent weaknesses of using a Hasselblad with a waist-level viewfinder. The Hasselblad was really made for professional studio portrait work. It was just too difficult to compose in a dark environment with people moving around. So for next time, I would most likely bring an SLR like my Canon AE1 or even a point and shoot. I think in terms of being able to easily bring your camera up to your eye and compose just allows for more chances that your shot will come out the way you want. And although a lot of my shots didn't come out as planned, that's just a part of the experience of shooting film. And I hope you could take away something from this video and my experience. So thank you for watching. I'll be working on more videos this year, so subscribe to keep up with my work. And until next time, be safe and do good.